really cold. I don't want to get out of this bed. I need coffee. Hey, it's me, Jen again, and I am back from Charlottesville, and I've had my thyroid treatment, and I can't wait to tell you all about it. So on the day that I'm filming this video, it is Monday, and I had my procedure done last Tuesday. So it has been almost a week since I had my procedure done in Charlottesville at the University of Virginia Hospital. Next morning, got to the hospital at 7 and the procedure was at 8. I went in and it was kind of like when you have just a regular surgery. You know, you have to go in and you're fasting. You wear hospital gowns and they get you all on the operating table and you're covered up and you're all sterile, and everyone, you know, is wearing a mask, including me. And I had local anesthesia from here to here, so I didn't feel anything. When he actually started the procedure, I didn't realize he had begun because I couldn't feel anything, but I was awake, and that was so that he could ask me questions, and I could give feedback about how I was doing during the procedure. And so he mentioned that my nodule was kind of like an L shape on this side, and that he started up at this top portion and he treated basically the long part of the L, and that took about 2 hours. And then we stopped to take a break, and I was actually very surprised it had been 2 hours. I didn't realize it had been that long, and it was all, you know, going very well, and I didn't mind one bit. So after the break, he came back and he began treating the lower portion of the L. And unfortunately, once he started treating this area, see, this is the area where my esophagus and everything is pushed over. And so he would put the probe in and start to use do the ablation. And I was feeling a little bit of nerve pain over here in my shoulder. And so basically, after he tried a few different approaches, he determined that this area here was just too close to those nerves to be able to adequately treat them. And so after we finally decided to stop at about 3 hours into the procedure, he had treated 80% of the nodule and left the remaining 20% for future treatment. So how am I feeling? Well, initially after the procedure, I did have some swelling. I had some soreness in my shoulders, and I had some soreness below my collarbone. That was all well managed with ibuprofen and Tylenol. I also do use essential oils, and I have an essential oil sports gel that is great for relieving pain, and so I did use that as well. And basically the day of the procedure, I just went back to my place where I was staying and I slept the whole rest of the day. The next day I got ready and we actually were going to go home, but when I got in the car, it was a little unpleasant driving. And so we decided that we would hang around for one more day in Virginia, just so that I could have some more time to rest. And so we stayed another night. That night I got a really good night's sleep because again I was still kind of tired, and the next day I felt so much better. So the next day I actually ended up driving home, and so since then I have been home and I have just been using ice packs, Tylenol, Advil, and continued my essential oils and pain relieving gel, and every day I feel a little bit better. I'm not really ready to like go do a massive workout or anything super strenuous, but I do feel more like myself. Overall, I would say I feel pretty good, and I am expecting to feel back to my normal self probably in the next few days. As far as how my throat is feeling, it does still feel a little bit tight. However, I don't feel like I have any problems with breathing. I don't have any problems with swallowing food or drinking. I'm not getting choked. I do feel a sensation when I swallow, kind of like there's something in there, but that's just the residual swelling that I have. And I would say that I haven't really had any problems as far as having to modify my diet to eat soft foods or anything like that. And I think that basically sums it up. It's really been not very bad at all recovering from this. I think the biggest issue is just that I've been tired, and I think that maybe there is something about, your thyroid does control your energy. Maybe the procedure does kind of maybe put a little stress on your thyroid temporarily, and that may be making me tired, or it just may be that my body is using all of its energy to get rid of the dang thing. I don't know. We'll see in a few weeks what is going on with my neck. I've been taking measurements of my neck every day with a tape measure. On the day I went in to have the procedure done, my neck measured 16 inches around when I included this area where the swelling is. And then after the procedure, I measured my neck and it was 18 inches around. And so I had gained 2 inches of swelling and inflammation. And since then, I have steadily been improving, and I am back to almost 16 inches today. So that's really exciting. I'm really getting close to being back to the size and shape that I was beforehand. However, that's not where we're going to stay. We're going to continue to move smaller and smaller until hopefully there will no longer be a lump in my throat. So